With Meghan Markle now facing this intense scrutiny, it's essential to consider the broader implications of her narrative. The fallout from the Archbishop's denial not only affects her personal brand but also has ramifications for how the public perceives the royal family and the institution itself. For years, Meghan has painted herself as a victim of an outdated monarchy, using her platform to challenge traditional norms. But with this latest revelation, the narrative is shifting from one of empowerment to one of doubt and distrust. This isn't just gossip. It's a critical moment that could redefine her legacy. The question now is, can Meghan recover from this? Or have her claims reached a tipping point where the public can no longer overlook the inconsistencies? As she navigates this tricky terrain, she faces a choice: continue down the path of victimhood or pivot to a more grounded approach that acknowledges the complexities of her situation. Let's dig deeper into the psychology behind this. For someone who has been in the public eye for years, the need for validation can become overwhelming. Meghan's story has always hinged on the idea of being misunderstood and mistreated. In a world where public perception can make or break a career, it's easy to see how someone might lean into an emotional narrative, even if it strays from the truth. But now, with the Archbishop's statement contradicting her claims, we're left to wonder whether she can maintain that narrative without it collapsing under the weight of scrutiny. Moreover, consider the impact on her relationship with the royal family. Tensions have been running high since she and Prince Harry stepped back from their royal duties. Meghan's claims of a secret wedding would have only deepened the rift, presenting the royal family as adversaries rather than allies. The Church of England, closely tied to the monarchy, has now been dragged into this mess, forcing them to take a stance that could alienate certain segments of the public. By positioning herself against these institutions, Meghan risks losing any potential allies who might have supported her cause. What's particularly striking is how this situation resonates with broader societal themes. In a time when authenticity and transparency are prized, Meghan's alleged manipulation of her own narrative raises questions about the nature of truth in celebrity culture. Are we witnessing a new kind of media manipulation, where feelings take precedence over facts? If Meghan's experience is a reflection of larger societal trends, we must grapple with the implications of a world where truth is malleable and narratives can be twisted to fit personal agendas. The response from the public has been mixed. Some still rally behind her, viewing her as a brave woman speaking out against an oppressive system. Yet, an increasing number of critics are now vocalizing their skepticism. This shift in perception could lead to a significant change in her support base. As her credibility wanes, she may find it increasingly challenging to attract new followers or maintain the loyalty of her existing audience. In the age of social media, where every word and action is under a microscope, the stakes are higher than ever. Meghan has built a brand around empowerment, activism, and authenticity. However, with the Archbishop's denial looming over her narrative, those pillars are beginning to crumble. The risk of losing public trust is not just about this moment. It could have long-lasting effects on her career, her projects, and her influence. As Meghan grapples with the ramifications of this controversy, it's important to consider how she might respond. Will she take a step back, reassess her narrative, and come forward with a more honest account of her experiences? Or will she dig in her heels, doubling down on her claims and risking further alienation from the public? The choices she makes in the wake of this scandal could define her path moving forward. Now, let's shift our focus to the media's role in this unfolding drama. Media outlets have been quick to pick sides, analyzing the implications of the Archbishop's statements and Meghan's past interviews. This kind of scrutiny can be both beneficial and detrimental. On one hand, it holds public figures accountable for their words. On the other hand, it can create an environment ripe for sensationalism and misinformation. Every time Meghan steps into the limelight, the media will likely dissect her words and actions, searching for inconsistencies. This constant analysis can be a double-edged sword. While it can serve as a platform for transparency, it can also lead to a feeding frenzy of speculation and rumor. Meghan will need to navigate this landscape carefully if she hopes to regain public trust. The conversation around her story is also reflective of larger societal issues. In a world increasingly skeptical of public figures, the demand for transparency and honesty has never been higher. Meghan's situation serves as a case study in the dangers of stretching the truth and the consequences that come with it. Every time she speaks, she risks further entrenching the public skepticism, which could ultimately lead to a loss of influence, a fate that no public figure desires. As we analyze the fallout from the Archbishop's denial, it becomes clear that Meghan Markle is at a crossroads. She must confront the reality of her situation and the implications of her narrative. The challenge lies in whether she can pivot from a victim mentality to a more grounded and honest portrayal of her experiences. The world is watching, and the stakes are high. In conclusion, Meghan Markle's story is evolving, and with it comes an array of challenges that could redefine her public persona. The Archbishop's denial has not only cast doubt on her claims but has also prompted a wider re-evaluation of her narrative. As she navigates this complex landscape, she must consider the implications of her words and the potential for her story to be reshaped by public perception. Will she rise to the occasion, reclaim her narrative, and emerge stronger? Or will she falter under the weight of scrutiny, leading to a decline in her influence? The future remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the conversation around Meghan Markle is far from over, and the next chapter in her story promises to be just as compelling as the last. As we continue to follow this saga, we must remain vigilant, questioning the truth behind the headlines and seeking to understand the complexities of a woman caught in the crossfire of public opinion and personal ambition.